it's getting to a point where it's even hard. And I feel like those pressures like literally kind of even like maybe even affected our relationship for a bit. And it's not even our fault. It's what the media is, and we're not used to this like newfound volume of like noise.
What exactly was the turning point? Because obviously we know a big part of your career stems with Love Island. Tell me a little bit why you wanted to go on there.
Why I wanted to go on there, bro. The maddest thing is like, I was working day in, day out. Like I already reached a high place in my job. I was managing people. Like I was comfortable. And it's like, I was comfortable and I was good.
And
like
what actually was the job?
So I was a lead microbiologist for my team. So like I'd be managing them and just like training them. And it was more so like just creating the day-to-day like tasks that we'd be doing and just like allocating everyone to what they're doing. Just like literally just managing everyone. It's like, at that point, it was kind of like a breeze. Okay. It's like, you know, when you've worked so hard and it's like, I used to be the one staying late. I used to be the one, like people bossing me around, doing all this stuff. And it's gone to this point where now it's me. And like, I'm here in this position. I'm like, I'm playing with crypto. Like I'm even finding out I have bare time on my hands. It's like, I'm learning about crypto. While I'm still working and I'm training them, it's like, I'll go away to my office and I'll be like, oh, like what's crypto? Do you know what I mean? Like before I didn't have that time to do it. Yeah. But now I have time on my hands. So I feel like, we worked 4 days on, 4 days off. So like we had 2 different shifts, and I feel like there was one of my 4 days off, I was just chilling and I was at my boy's house and he was working from home. And literally we were just chopping it up. He was just talking and I think he told me, someone else that we know, I applied for Love Island, and he already did the year before. And I was like, okay, I didn't do it the year before. Should I just do it this year for the crack? And I was like, literally, that's how the Irish speak, just for the crack. You just do things for the laugh.
That's what you went in there. For the experience.
Just for the experience. I went in there I was single. I was like, obviously, like I was single, but I spoke to girls and I was like, you know what? Go on Love Island. Let's test my riz. Just go on and see if we can actually chat to girls. And then when you do it, you don't actually like believe anything's coming off it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like obviously you do things with intention. When I had to make like a video of why do you think you should be on Love Island. Yeah. Even when you're doing that, you're trying to be your most enthusiastic self, and then sometimes you even feel like you're being corny. Yeah. Because it's like you're selling yourself. Yeah. But then I feel like all the things I was doing with like, you know, me doing all those self-act tapes and myself, I feel like it was kind of easy for me to just get into and then one after the other, it's like just reach the next stage till it actually just became a reality. And I was like, oh, damn.
So it was not a joke, but kind of an experience.
No, literally, like, you know that sometimes you believe certain things are supposed to happen for you. Yeah. Like I literally saw the other day, I was on Snap and a memory came up and it was like in 2017 and it was like me just like with my face, and I had like Love Island on the thing. But this is even before I've entered it. So I was just watching it or I was just talking about it, but my face is there 2017. I'm there at Love Island, and it's like, obviously then I did it in 2022, but those times I would never have even thought, you know. And
since you've been on there, like, actually, when you was on there, was there anything you learned about yourself that you didn't expect? Because the way people describe Love Island is like an experience that nobody, if you've not been on it, we just watch it, right? We watch an hour a day. We don't know what's actually going on.
I feel like what I probably learned is that, I don't know, you can actually really get shy. Like, especially I feel like I really learned in the beginning, I could actually get shy again. Because like, you go through so much of your life, like you become so confident. And I feel like when obviously I'm managing people, doing all the stuff that I'm doing, you think you're confident enough. Yeah. But then when it's actually happening, it's like, yo, whoa, you're literally going to be on TV. And I feel like I really realized, and you know, your nerves like be shaky, and I'm like, bro, maybe I'm not as confident as I thought I was. But then I feel like later on, then you actually, like, as soon as you get comfortable and the place becomes like your house, everything about you just really starts to show.
It's a different type of confidence though, isn't it?
It's
completely different managing, doing a 9 to 5 day to day to, I suppose, being on 24/7, being with strangers, being in a house.
And realizing people are going to listen to you raise and talk and try and flirt. And if it's not working, like, it's kind of when you come back home, the group chats that are going on, what they're saying. It's like when you go in there, it's like, even though your friends aren't with you, they're the only people that you're actually thinking of they're supporting you. That's what it was even pushing me when I was in there. I'd be like, you know what? I can do this. Because my people are, obviously, they were even the one pushing me, yo, you could do this. So let me go and show them I can do this. Like, and then you just get comfortable. You know, one thing I wish I even did is, like, maybe because there wasn't enough black people for me in the beginning. Like, obviously, India, Ikenna, and Amber were there. Yeah. But I feel like if I had more, like like when Deji came in, even though it was after the fact, I feel like I had like a Nigerian person.
Yeah.
Like even though Kenya was, but he wasn't really holding in on his Nigerian side. So for me, it was like, because I feel like when I'm with my friends, it's like I have a lot of like white friends and Irish friends, but it's like I know how to like code switch.
Yep.
But I feel like when I find myself okay with my black friends and I'm in my Nigerian accent,
Be yourself.
bro, the way I am is just completely like, it's just like I'm free. So do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
did you feel pressured to act a certain way whilst you were on there? Especially as you mentioned, there weren't that many black contestants. Obviously, we know Love Island, there's always a select few. Did you feel any pressures of having to act a certain way, live up to certain stereotypes, or against certain stereotypes?
Yeah. Like I feel like because you go in knowing the certain stereotypes, I feel like obviously the way I handled myself, I think I kind of did well to like, you know, just be myself, but there's only so much, like I was my full self, but there's only, you have to kind of always still hone it in a little bit. But then I think it got to a point where like you just stop caring. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like in the beginning, everyone's trying to put their best self forward.
Yeah.
But then you realize, okay, your best self forward is actually who you really are. Because at the end of the day, the cracks show. Like, and I feel like all my other people that were in there, like I could even start seeing when the cracks were showing because they were holding it for so long. And I was like, bro, this ain't you.
Yeah, loosen
like,
up.
loosen up, man. Like we can see what you're on. And then everyone in the village will be like, yeah, this is not really them. Do you know what I mean? So
let's talk post Love Island when you came out. Like, how did you adjust to the new Son of Fame? I said you went in, microbiologist, living life, and then you've come out, your whole world's changed. How did you adjust, cope? Was it shocking?
Yeah.
Did you know how famous you were going to be when you came out?
No, because the thing is, we'd be in the villa and we'd be like, because I think it was coming close to the end, and then the producers and them be like, you guys don't know how like crazy you are right now. And we'd be like, nah, it's not that deep. It's not like, you know what I mean? And then
you're in a bubble.
You're in a bubble, so you don't even know what's going on. And then literally, I think what happened is like we got our phones back, and when I really realized is when we were all going on lives, and like everybody was on lives, and everyone that was watching us, we were like, we could see like the numbers of people that were coming in, maybe like 200K people watching us. We're like, okay. And then when we come out, it's like people stopping their cars, they see us on the street, like, oh my God, like people driving and they just park up. And it's like, that's when you really realize the volume of people that actually watch it and how your life can really just drastically change. And it's like, you're really in the limelight. But I feel like the pressures I probably faced when I came out is like a lot of people, I don't know, it's like a lot of people expect, because obviously you're in a couple, you're going a show for a couple, but when you come out, people lose the fact that you're still an individual before you went in there. And it's like, obviously, your couple is only going to work as long as you guys make it work, but you're still individuals at the end of the day. And when people come out, it's like there's a lot of pressure on, like, you have to constantly be with your partner, you have to constantly be around them, you have to constantly be posting. But me, naturally, I always wanted to post with India. I always wanted to do things, you know what I mean? But then sometimes I'd find when I'm going on TikTok, it's like, I'll be making posts on TikToks with like, you know, other girls like that were on the show, like Paige, or like, you know, friends that I meet, or like when I'm networking and I've been invited to spot. And it's like those type of things are what bridge you as well. It's like you need to do these type of things, but then I feel like people didn't understand that. And it was a lot of like, oh, Dami's with everyone else but his girl. And then you start creating this whole like false conception of like, I'm doing something that I'm not doing. Whilst me and my girl were still talking. And then for her, she's even finding it hard that like there's a lot of noise from people that, oh, they're just speculating that this is going on, even though she knows it's not what's happening. But
obviously,
for her, it's a lot of voices, and it's getting to a point where it's even hard. And I feel like those pressures, like literally, kind of even like maybe even affected our relationship for a bit. And it's not even our fault. It's what the media is, and we're not used to this like newfound volume of like noise. But then we've obviously found, like, I feel like obviously communicating with each other, we found a way to actually like navigate through the noise, and it's like, it's not real. Like at the end of the day, we know what's real between us. So I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did.
Like
you did. But let's take a little bit of a pivot and talk about you as an individual, as you said, because obviously you come out as a couple, everyone focuses on the couple, but you as an individual, I think you're quite well known for your style, right?
Yeah.
I love your style. I love anyone that dresses out of the norm, the stereotypical UK, whatever that even is.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, let's not go into it because they might be offended. Tracksuit center. Tracksuit central.
Exactly. So obviously you've gone from microbiologist, then you've gone into reality TV stardom, and now we're seeing you entering fashion designing and such things, right? Talk to me a little bit about style. Did you always see a future in fashion for yourself?
Yeah, I did, because bro, I was just a little guy with a dream. Like I had many dreams, so I had dreams before LI, and it was like I always liked putting on clothes. I always liked styling clothes. Like even my brand, Snow Bunny. I know we're probably gonna go into that.
We're gonna come to Snow Bunny.
Yeah, but like even that, like that was like a long thing that I remember when I dreamt of, like I remember when I created the first like design and when I came up with the name, like I was just a guy with the meaning for the name meant what it meant to me. Like nothing else actually mattered. I just liked it. So then obviously I've come into this world now, and the name now means something else, and I'm learning about what it means, and it's like I'm supposed to like accept what it kind of means. But I've always had the intention of the meaning for me. But that's not the question you even asked me.
No, but you know what? It's good to talk about the name because obviously. Tell us about Snow Bunny.
Yeah, because for me, like Snow Bunny just means a bunny in snow.